Now you can use your current iPhone as credit towards a new iPhone. And because we know many of our customers prefer to pay by month, we're pleased to offer low monthly payments in a number of our countries.
So I wanted to talk today about how right I was about not buying phones through payment plans. And now obviously I'm joking a little bit about that, but I do want to talk about Apple and what they've done with the iPhone 12, some of the pricing, and then also looking at their website, because I think it's really interesting to see exactly how much Apple is pushing pay by month and never, basically ever, offering the pay upfront option. Apple has been selling the iPhone for over 10 years now, and it's become a staple of not only American culture, but it's become a staple of the world. It's one of man's greatest inventions. It's something that has brought people together and also something that has ripped people apart.
Make it even more affordable. And I'm really happy to tell you that the iPhone 3G is going to sell for $199. And 2-year contract, $199.
16 gigabytes for $199. $199 for 16 gigabytes at just $199. Just $299. Women at the exact same prices and same configurations. Just $649. Starts at $769, $999. And XS Max at $1099.
At $1099.
But the iPhone isn't always just fun and games and going on Twitter and going on Instagram. It's also the cause of some financial stress, or maybe some financial priming stress for some people.
It's a value price, actually, for the technology that you're getting. And as it turns out, most people are now paying for phones over long periods of time. And so very few people will pay the price tag of the phone initially.
And what do I mean by that? Well, if you take a look at Apple's website, you can go to their iPhone homepage and you'll see some interesting things. Once you click on the Buy iPhone 12 homepage, you're immediately hit with all kinds of numbers that are super duper low. The first one is pay $0 a month after AT&T bill credits, pay $11.95 a month after Verizon bill credits, or get an additional $150 trading credit from T-Mobile/Sprint. You're immediately hit with offers on how to get the phone for significantly cheaper. Now, most of these bill credits, they're true, but they're kind of a little bit sketchy. We can go into that a little bit later. But if you scroll down a little bit, you can see get up to $250 off with an Apple trade-in. Never trade your phone in, sell it by yourself on eBay. It's a little bit more of a pain in the neck, but at the end of the day, you're gonna thank me because you're gonna probably get twice as much as you would have if you were to trade your phone in as to just selling it by yourself. I've learned it the hard way. I sold an iPhone 6 Plus years ago, and I gave it to Best Buy and they gave me like $180 and I was super happy about it. Then I looked on eBay like that night and they were going for like $400 or $450. I got totally screwed. Don't screw yourself. I always sell my stuff on eBay. I know it's a little bit of a pain in the neck sometimes, but trust me, it's definitely worth it because you get twice as much money basically. Because obviously the trade-in works that they take it from you, they might have to fix the phone up or something, invest some type of money into it, and then they have to sell it back at a profit. So why wouldn't you just sell it back at the profit price or just a little bit lower? So everybody wins. Whoever buys it from you gets a better deal, and then whoever sells it gets more money. And then you keep scrolling, and let's just say you click on the iPhone 12. The first thing you're hit with is from $33.29 a month or $7.99 before trade-in. The immediate first thing that hits you with is how much it costs per month. Not how much it costs total, but the first thing that hits you with is how much it costs per month. So now you're already sort of thinking, oh, $33 a month, that's not that bad. And you read $800, I don't have $800 to spend, but you're like, oh, it's only $33 a month, I can do that. That's like a date, that's a date night. That's cheaper than a date night. I can do that if I skip Chipotle once or twice. Then you choose your finish, whatever, and then you keep moving and you can choose your carrier. Now this is when it actually gets really interesting, and this is the first time Apple has ever done this, which is why I wanted to point it out. AT&T, Sprint, T-Mobile, Verizon, they tell you how much it is per month and then how much it would be total. And then if you look at the SIM-free activate later with any carrier, it's $34.54 a month or $829 before tax. And that's the kicker here, is that Apple is charging you more money if you don't buy it through a carrier and pay month to month. Now, obviously, you can buy it through a carrier and pay it all up front, but most people don't do that. Even if they could do it, they don't. And what I tried to get at in my other video that a lot of you have watched recently and what I want to explain here is it's not about how it's only 33 bucks a month, or it's 29 bucks a month, or it's 40 bucks a month. I know it's not that much money. It really is insignificant, but that's really the point. It used to be 25 bucks a month. Now it's 33 bucks a month, or 45 bucks a month. Soon it'll be 55 bucks a month, and then 65 bucks a month, and then 100 bucks a month. And you're just going to be primed at, oh, it's worth it, it's worth it, it's worth it, it's worth it, it's worth it. But at the end of the day, if you keep paying payments on your phone forever, for perpetual eternity, you never own the phone. Apple owns the phone. You just make payments to them to borrow it, and then you trade it in, buy the new phone, make payments on that phone, and you keep doing the same thing year in and year out. All you're doing is basically getting screwed. You're never owning the phone, and it's teaching you to never own anything. And that's kind of scary. I mean, think about everything that we don't own. We don't own anything that we watch anymore. Everything's streamed to us. So we're at the mercy of Netflix. We're at the mercy of Disney Plus. We're at the mercy of Apple. Everything we stream is controlled by a few companies. We don't own anything anymore. It's rented, and then you pay all that money. You don't get anything for it. This is the problem with phones. You pay month to month to month to month to month, and then by the time you own it, you're thinking, oh, it's time to trade it in. It's already been 2 years. You've been primed on this for years and years and years. What we need to stop doing is we need to stop taking this money and giving it to Apple each and every month. It is a big deal, not because of the dollar amount. It's not really that important because it's just teaching you to never own anything. And I said this in the last video, and it's, whether you're religious or not, it's an excellent quote. It's, the debtor is always slave to the lender. And that, what that basically means is no matter what you do, what you are owing people, whatever, you always work for somebody else who you owe money. If you owe 180 bucks left on your iPhone, you are working each and every month and each and every week for Apple. A portion of what you make goes to them each and every month. There are some things you can't get around. The only thing you ever have to pay is taxes. With some presidents, it's more. Some presidents, it's less. But no matter what, you always pay taxes. But you don't always have to pay companies. You don't always have to pay GM or Ford or the home lender that you're using, or the student loan person that you're going through, Freddie Mac, Fannie Mae. You don't always have to pay Apple or Best Buy, whoever credit card you have open, Macy's, Visa. You don't always have to pay these companies money. You could actually just buy everything with cash and just buy significantly less stuff with cash. That's what I want to get to at the end of these videos. I talk a lot about tech and finances and how they mix. Knowing what's a good value product is important. You're not going to really find that on these videos, but what you're going to find is not necessarily what's a good value product-wise, but what makes sense and how you should purchase it and why you should or why you shouldn't purchase it. Because an iPhone 12 is probably a great phone. It's the best iPhone Apple has ever made. But at the end of the day, it's still a phone that Apple made and they're charging you for. So you need to be very, very careful about how you're spending your money, where you're spending your money, and who is taking a cut of your paychecks each and every week. Because when you're working for Apple, or you're working for Best Buy, you're working for MasterCard, you're working for Visa, you're working for Ford, you're working for GM, you never own anything. But if you can slowly pay off your debts, have a plan about going through it, and not accrue any more debt, then you're working for yourself. You're working for you. You're working for your family. You're working for your future. That's a much better outlook on life. Can you imagine waking up for work every day and being excited because all this money is mine? Every dollar I make that the government doesn't take is mine, and I get to keep it. Yeah, there's stuff I need to live. I need to pay electrical to live. I need to pay water to live. I need to pay all these things to live. But if you make enough money, you could even get around some of those things. So it's really interesting to me to hopefully get to a point where I never owe anybody any money. We're very close with that. We're about $20,000 away from paying off the student loans and paying off the car. And that's really exciting for me. And once we get past that $20,000, then we're free. All of the money we make is ours. We have to pay the house off, but that's something that I know will get done in 3 to 5 years. And that's really exciting because then by the time I'm 30 years old, I'm having children. They're coming into a world where their father and their mother have taken care of their finances so that way those kids can have a much better life as opposed to always having to sacrifice because we don't have the money, we don't have this, we don't have that. So hopefully you could take something from this video. It's not necessarily always never buy anything. I get it. You gotta live, you work, you wanna spend money. Just make sure you're spending money in a way that makes sense. If you don't make a lot of it, try and develop skills that you can eventually make more money. I'm not saying go to college and get in copious amounts of debt to do that, but one of the best ways to have more money is to make more money. So definitely look into avenues of doing that. I don't believe in any of these online marketer avenues. More traditional paths like trade jobs, plumbers, electricians, these are in high demand now because people don't want to do them, and they're very, very valuable, and you can make a ton of money from doing those jobs and doing those professions, and they'll always be needed because we always need running water, we always need electricity, we always need our cars to work. Thank you for watching the video. I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.